the Second Coalition has ended, with Maustria victorious on all fronts. Stilwen and Tiplef-Nazin are occupied. Crimsonia, Manath, West the Weber, and Zurin have all sued for terms, humiliated, defeated. Only in the far north is there still war, with Trentus occupying Dunbarra, and Maustrian armies under General the Count Gudarian en route to intervene. But there is trouble in the Bergkäser, the royal capital. Stepka, Prince of Adon, has been released from his prison by elements within the Council of Nobles. Although no one thinks Stepka could ever be king at this point, his son, Sivka, is technically next in line to inherit, according to Gustav III's Act of Succheesion. Other great families disagree and push their own agendas. The Council of Nobles is more divided than ever. And then Countess Rostopki, regent of Maustria, dies of a common cold. Maustria is on the verge of civil war as the nobles gather to consider their option. The clerk of the council asks if the nobles are ready to elect a monarch, and the vote is overwhelming. There are 5 candidates: Stepka, Prince of Adon, and his heirs. Countess Agnes Varzin, the mother of the famous General Flavisham, and a very wealthy aristocrat, General the Count Gudarian, of royal blood from generations past, and the most renowned general from the recent wars. Baron Verpelt, heir to the title of Count Rostopki. The Baron is the Constable of Maustria, Commander-in-Chief of the army, but he has been sidelined by his more famous underling. And Maria Petrona, Grand Duchess of Ublico. Although sovereign of a foreign nation, Ublico is the closest in blood descent from Gustav III. The various nobles vote, and none of the candidates has a clear majority, though there is some surprise at the level of support for Adon. There follows an election to name a new regent, and after some back and forth the Marquis Cahil de Broglie takes the office. What follows is a few weeks of intense legislation, discussion, and writing dispatches as the nobles feel each other out, make deals, and plan for the future. General the Count Gudarian returns to the field to command his corps north into Trentus. There are foes to be fought, forts to fall, and falls to foe, or something like that. The council makes resolutions about what is to be done with the various conquered territories. Tiplef-Nazin is to be handed over to a local leader and then obliged to sign a peace treaty. Stilwen will be incorporated into Maustria, with the local duchesses promoted to the Council of Nobles. There is also much debate about making peace with Trentus, with Gudarian arguing strongly that only victory will bring peace. In this way, spring turns to summer, and the council turns attention to the budget. New cheese is sent to the army to recruit some troops and fund depots and forts, while the bulk of the funds is assigned to repay the war loan taken from Burdain at the end of the War of the Second Coalition. 50 cheese are loaded onto wagons and sent off under guard, only to be ambushed by a force unknown. All the cheese is taken, and many guards killed. The council leaps into action, with accusations and investigations, and ultimately a committee formed to find out what has happened, with Baron Verpelt, now Count Rostopki, taking the lead. And then at the start of autumn, the clerk of the treasury is forced to admit that all of the cheese left from the summer budget has been stolen, removed from the chambers by mouse or mice unknown. Armies march and nobles argue, but the kingdom is in trouble. There is very little cheese, and even less unity.